Start. Hey, there we go. Hello, YouTube world. Hi. Hey, so it's me. You don't know who I am. I'm a pirate. Yeah, no, I'm a pirate. Can't you tell? I think it looks good. I like the facial hair. Got a scar. Got the eye patch. Got the bandana. I'm a pirate. Actually, no. But I'm not gonna tell you my name, because that'd be really creepy, because I don't know who you are. So, lots of people like aliases, and I wanted one too. So, guess what I decided to be? Hashtag Cornkob. Because, I mean, we're like brothers. Look at that. It's perfect. Look, he's so cute and little. Oh, he's adorable. Just look at him. Just look at him. He loves you. So I'm hashtag Cornkob, which it's like it's the hashtag and then corn, cob, K-O-B. So hashtag Cornkob. If you actually found me, that's sort of weird, because that means you would be looking up YouTube videos about corn. I don't judge. Okay, but so this is my first YouTube video. That's why I'm completely off track. But I wanted to start a YouTube series, or a channel, or a series of channels. No, about just things, and because I've seen so many people do it before, and I watch them till like 2 a.m. You know, it's those people. I want to be one. You know, it's just So I'm gonna give it a shot. So this is my first YouTube video, as I said. And I've wanted to do this concept for a little bit now. So for you guys who don't know me, which is all of you, I'll start off by saying I am a medical statistic. That's the best thing I can describe myself as. And it's because so I was born with hydrocephalus. If anybody knows what that means, I applaud you. Hydro means water. Cephalus means head. I was a waterhead. No. Is a little tube in my head was blocked up, causing too much water. My head actually grew a bit too much. That's how they tell that you have it, because they're like, whoa, your baby's head's like, and you can see it's maybe a little big, but it's pretty handsome. So, if I do say so myself. Okay, continuing on. So I've always had that. I've always had hydrocephalus, and I've met 2-3 other people with hydrocephalus in my lifetime. And then 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I have diabetes. I mean, it goes without saying. Like, you have to say diabetes when you... Never mind. Okay, so and that was 2 things. Like, one thing and then the other thing makes the 2 things. It's math. I'm in college. It's math. Still gotta have it. That's why you take like algebra and stuff, so you can do college math. See? No, but I'm rambling again. I should have written a script. Oh well. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I was like, I'm a medical statistic. I've got hydrocephalus, which I'm pretty sure like nobody else has, which is untrue. People have it. And then I just got diabetes, and I only knew like 2 or 3 people from my old school with diabetes in my class. And so and my class was sort of big. It was a few hundred people. So I was like, wow, so like what's the chance of someone getting diabetes and hydrocephalus? And of course I've got like glasses and all that, but that was just the two things. And I just thought, like people are like, oh, you're one in a million. You're so special. You're special. Well, thanks. I'm special. I'm one in a million. That's fantastic. I wanted to know how special I was. I know that sounds sort of weird. But it also ties in with these sort of medical problems. They're not problems. They're fine. I'm gonna get a bit closer because you want to see my face. You know you do. Although I've got that eye patch going on, which is sort of hard to see me with. But no. So I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I got upset at God because I was like, why? I was born with hydrocephalus. I was just getting over that when I got my glasses, and then I was just starting to be okay with those when I was diagnosed with diabetes. There's a little bit of lag time, but other stuff happened. I've got more medical problems, but I always thought, maybe this is God's way of saying, like, you're special. And it's not this special from your parents. It's not this special from your teachers. Like, when you're special to God, you are special. But, sometimes I just felt like one in the crowd. Like when I prayed or something, what made my prayers any better than next guy's? And that I'm not going to discuss that. But just, I felt too different, and that was bad. That was bad. Now I sort of like it. It's sort of good because I actually, like, I wanted to see how special I was. So I'm gonna show you a page. It's full of math stuff. Because it's simple fractions, as well as like genetics, simple genetics. So don't worry, you can get it. So I found out that approximately 1 in 2,000 people are diagnosed with hydrocephalus, which is a lot. Like 1 in 2,000. I mean, technically, it's a little bit considering how many people are born a day, how many people are on the planet. But 1 in 2,000 is quite a lot, and for my taste. But then you take the amount of people who have diabetes type 1 that are juvenile, because I'm a juvenile, sort of. I'm almost 19. But other than that, I'd consider myself a juvenile. I'm under 20. So the statistics for the amount of juveniles with diabetes type 1 is 1 in 400, which is actually, is that right? 1 in 400, yes. So this simple math again, except sort of harder. So you take the amount of people with hydrocephalus, so 1 in 2,000, the chance of a diabetic having hydrocephalus, you multiply the 1 in 2,000 times the 1 in 400, and you get the answer of 1 in 80,000 people are like me. That's 2 characteristics of my life that I didn't even control. That's 2 uncontrolled statistics making me 1 in 80,000 people. I thought that was pretty cool. I could go on and on. Like, I've got glasses. I could say, like, how many people have glasses? But a lot of people have glasses. I could say how many people like getting face painted like a pirate. You know, there's so many things, and like, I remember thinking sometimes, like, people, you know, what's the difference that I make? I mean, I'm just one in the crowd, but truly, if I did my math right, and please, if I did it wrong, please tell me, it will take 80,000 more people just to find another hydrocephalus diabetic, somebody with hydrocephalus and diabetes, and I just think that's cool. I don't know about you, but I do. Wow, I just realized my time's running. I have a clock. And it's running quite long, so I'll wrap up here because nobody likes long, boring YouTube videos. But unless you're actually watching this, you don't care. So I'll just wrap up. So that's 2 things about me, like 2 things, and that's only 1 in 80,000 people have those 2 exact traits. That means that I'm not 1 in a million, I'm not 1 in a billion, I'm not 1 in a trillion, I am 1. And there will not be anyone else like me, and there will never be anybody else like you, because literally, you are special. I know that sounds really cheesy, and it is. It's cheddar upon provolone, upon mozzarella, upon, you know, like Swiss, upon like blue, if you like blue. I don't like blue. Blue cheese, upon like goat cheese. Like, it is thick in cheesiness. And that's a good thing, in my opinion. You know, the cheesier, the better. You are special. And I want you to know that. But it's also true that somebody else wants you to know that, and that's God. So either you've turned me off right now, or you haven't even watched this video, but you're like, oh man, he's a Christian. He's a Christian. Yes. But see, Christians have fun. Look at this. I'm a pirate. I'm a pirate. But no. So there's one thing that always blows me that ties into this, that people always neglect about Jesus. So I don't know if you out there watching this, if you're at all watching this, knows anything about the Bible, but I'll tell you one little thing. So there's something called the Old Testament and the New Testament, okay? It's 'cause one's older than the other. So the Old Testament was full of prophets. Like, prophets wrote a lot of the Old Testament. I call them prophets because they make prophecies. Yeah, that's the reason they're called prophets. And a lot of these prophecies were about a coming Messiah for Judea, for Israel, it's a savior of a nation. So there's a lot of these prophecies, by the way. A whole lot. I don't remember how many, so I'm going to lowball it by a very large amount, because I'm pretty sure it's within the 70s or 80s, but I'm going to say 12. 12. I have 2 characteristics, and it's going to take 80,000 people before one other person with those 2 characteristics comes about. If the coming Messiah was characterized with 5 plus 5 plus 2. That's 12. That's the number I said, although it's definitely higher than that, trust me. If he were just to have, if somebody were to come around and to have just, let's say 8 of those 12. If somebody were to have 8 of those 12 characteristics of a prophecy made hundreds of years ago about a coming Messiah, that would be, I almost said a miracle. No, that would be severely, we're talking like 1 out of like 10 billion some people would have 8 characteristics described there. Jesus didn't fulfill 8. He didn't fulfill 9. He didn't fulfill 10. He didn't fulfill 11. Because I'm pretty sure the number's not 12. He did not fulfill 12. He fulfilled them all. That just blows my mind that somebody could prophesy. Different people, multiple different people talked about this Messiah who's going to come. Jesus came and fulfilled every single prophecy that was made about him. And he only lived like, 33 years? I'm more than half that, and I think I've fulfilled 1. I haven't broken any bones. That's the one thing that I still think I've gotten connection with that. So obviously I'm not Jesus. I'm not a Messiah. I'm not saying I am. I'm not. Oh my goodness, no. That's okay. Off track and getting late. I really thought I was going to keep this to 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Look, it's like 17:37, 17:38, 39, 40. You're like, man, this guy's just not stopping. So I don't know. That's what I wanted to do for my first YouTube section. I don't know how my voice is going to sound. I tried to make it sound interesting. Sometimes it sounds a bit monologued. That's because I'm handsome and deep voiced and yeah, I'm handsome. Look at me. Look at my scars. Look at my eye patch. But no. But I did wanna, cause I know people, if people watch this, they'll probably either like it or dislike it, and then maybe some will comment. If you comment, I would actually like to. I almost said see your numbers. That just sounds weird. I would actually like you to try to find out how special you are. It doesn't have to be like a whole lot. Just like, it's like, hey, I found out I'm one in 160,000 out of only 2 traits, or 1 trait, or 3 traits. I mean, that's just cool. I want to know how special people are, because you are special. Don't let people tell you otherwise. And, oh, by the way, I'm deciding, because I want my name to be #Cornkob, to possibly call these kernels of knowledge. Yeah, look at that. I'm using my noggin. And so I actually want to do this sort of often. So yeah, I guess it's when you stumble upon. So yeah, next time you're looking up videos about corn, try watching me. Bye.